Just a couple of years ago, I was addicted to scrolling, playing video games, Netflix, and fast food. So naturally, I spent most of my day trying to chase these dopamine hits and procrastinating the things that actually needed to be done. Fast forward to today, I'm actually still addicted, but to very different things. I now get my dopamine hits from doing deep work, working out, reading, training martial arts. In short, I am now addicted to bettering myself. In this video, I'm going to show you how to design a routine for yourself that is not only going to help you break free from instant pleasure, but it is also going to get you hooked to doing hard work. So let's get right into it. When most people talk about routines, they start with the mornings. But the truth is, your body is going to betray you in the morning if your sleep last night was bad. So you can have all these fancy plans for the morning and yet not follow through with any of them. So the first thing that needs to be addressed is what you actually do at night, because a good quality sleep is going to be the foundation of your entire day. Here are 3 things that you should do each night to optimize your sleep. Firstly, fix a bedtime that you're going to stick to every single day. Weekend or not, doesn't matter. The worst thing that you could do for your sleep is just sleep at random times each day. This really messes up your biological clock, hormone secretion, and you just end up waking up feeling tired and waking up with brain fog. Secondly, dim all the lights in your room at least 90 minutes before bedtime. I used to be the person that couldn't fall asleep for hours, just tossing and turning at night. Turns out that when you blast bright light on your face at night, it actually suppresses the hormones that cause you to feel sleepy. And ever since I avoided bright lights at night, I fall asleep way quicker. The third step is to only eat at scheduled times. Just like going to sleep at random times disrupts your biological clocks and hormones, eating at random times and snacking all day disrupts this biological clock too. Ever since I fixed my meal times, I know for certain that an hour after dinner, I'm gonna feel sleepy. If you just follow these 3 principles for the next 2 weeks, you are going to notice a massive difference in your sleep quality, your overall mood, energy levels, and I'm going to let you in on a secret. Your productivity is directly correlated to your health. You can't be productive with poor sleep quality and low energy. Now that you have a solid foundation for quality sleep, the question now becomes, how do you start your day? But before we answer that, here's a quick concept that you need to understand. All sources of dopamine can be put into 2 categories. To put it simply, the first category is the kind of dopamine that is instant, requires little to no effort, it is quite short term, but it leaves you feeling really bad. This is the category that we call instant gratification. Then there is a second category of dopamine. This is the kind of dopamine that is accessible only by putting in the effort first. This kind of dopamine is not instant, but rather delayed. But the good thing is, it is long lasting and it leaves you feeling amazing for hours later on. This is the category that we call delayed gratification. Now the first thing that you do each morning as part of your routine is to make sure that you are doing an activity from the delayed gratification bucket, because whatever is the first category of dopamine you taste, your brain is going to demand more of that later on. So usually I start my day by doing deep focus work or by doing a quick workout session. This early morning dose of effort really sets the benchmark for the rest of the day and lets my body know that, hey, if you want to feel good, you got to put in the work first. The worst thing that you could do is wake up and check your notifications, respond to texts, or start scrolling. Because if you do that, you've already lost your day even before it ever began. So you now basically know how to start your day and how to pretty much finish your day. But what about all that space between the start and finish? How do you exactly navigate that? This is where a schedule is so powerful. Sit down and ask yourself this question. What are the few things that I would like to spend my time on tomorrow? And if I did them, I would feel proud of myself. And perhaps you would come up with 3 or 4 things like, I would like to hit the gym, I would like to get a couple of pages of reading in, I would like to upgrade my job skills or start working on a university assignment. Here's the key part. For those 3 to 4 things that you have selected, write down the exact time at which you're going to do them. If you do not specify the exact time, then that thing is at the mercy of your mood. It is going to be lost in the noise and it is probably never going to be done that day. So either you note down the exact time or accept the fact that it's not going to be done. When you first start out with following your schedule, especially if there are things on your schedule that you have never done before, you are going to realize that things feel kind of hard and require a bit of effort to start. But don't worry, after following your schedule for a couple of weeks, it begins to feel like your second nature. I have been following my routine for years now, and I don't even have to think about it anymore. But just a word of caution, do not make your routine too hard or too intense to follow, especially early on. I mean, don't have reading sessions where you're planning on reading chapters of a book or doing 2-3 workouts a day, because if your routine feels too hard to follow, it's going to feel like an uphill battle each time. And then you're going to end up to procrastinate things and eventually give up your routine altogether. So in the start, just keep things nice and playful. Your goal should be simply to show up each day, because there is plenty of time to ramp up the intensity. Be slow and steady and be kind to yourself. And as always, in case no one has told you this today, I am rooting for you.